Hi, I'd like to show you how to create generated gradient patterns like these in Affinity Photo. We are using procedural textures, so imagine you are in an infinite space, searching for the perfect gradient. I'll show you how it works, so let's start from scratch. We need a solid. Then we are adding the live procedural texture to that layer. Here you need to add this equation. Don't forget to turn on all channels, red, green, and blue. Now we are adding the inputs to the variables. Scale with a value of 30. T for complexity with a value of 10. S for the square count with a value of 45. And 2 sliders for the vertical and horizontal stretch, H stretch and V stretch. Now we have some gradients we can play around with. You can grab and drag to look for a nice position on the infinite randomly generated texture. You can also change the variables. But before we get deeper into that, we are adding some grain and color. First, we need some basic noise. And a gradient map to set the colors. Choose any color combination you like. Let's take a closer look at the settings. We can play around with the variables. With scale, you can kind of zoom. Complexity gives you more detail. Different combinations can result in completely different shapes. Low square count values will lead to such large gradients. That's basically it. From here, it's all about experimenting with different settings. If you want to dive right in without the whole setup process, I've prepared an Affinity Photo asset for you. This includes lots of color map presets, different grain settings, and possibly more features in the future. Just import the asset file from your Assets panel and drag it into your project. Besides the gradient generator, we have some additional features. In this group, there are many different colorways you can choose from. Here we have a procedural grain combined with a posterizer. It creates this beautiful organic grain which can be scaled. In the effects group, there is also a basic blur and liquefy presets. These effects are very demanding and are slowing everything down, but you can combine them and create this wavy liquid twirls. Try it yourself and start creating beautiful gradients. Thanks for watching. Bye.